It's the age-old offence of pickpocketing, and now it's Britain's latest crime wave.
Making this kind of money and having the adrenaline rush with it is brilliant, yeah, I love it.
It's £300, sweet for me.
The thieves are making a killing.
£3,150 on one day.
Many swarm in from Eastern Europe.
The Romanian females just walked past us looking in the bags. We're going to go with these two.
I'm very suspicious that you were looking for opportunity to steal in there.
And then use criminal cash to build flashy pads back home.
It's just a way for them to show their power. It's very glamorous. They like that a lot.
These are the criminals who are pickpockets and proud.
We're in Coventry city centre, you know what I mean, basically. I'm just going to have a look around now, basically, to show, like, easy people, easy targets, people that leave things lying around.
Rob Nightingale sees himself as a modern-day artful dodger. He picks pockets, steals from bags, nicks pretty much anything he can get his hands on.
I like snatching the phones or purses. Depends what's easy on the day. And basically, I'll go looking for easy targets, people that I know that ain't going to chase, like old women or vulnerable women with children. Making this kind of money and having the adrenaline rush with it is brilliant, yeah, I love it so.
It's foreign criminals who grab the headlines, but Britain has plenty of homegrown pickpockets like Rob. He's a sneak thief, constantly hunting his next victim.
That's a perfect one. No, as we walk up behind this old lady, right, she's got a carrier bag, yeah, right, her purse is sitting there, and you can see the £20 notes in it, yeah, so there's at least quite a bit in it, yeah, because it's bulgy as well, yeah, and literally I wouldn't have to touch her, I wouldn't have to get close to her or nothing, yeah, literally walk straight behind her, put my hand in my bag, turn around, walk off, she wouldn't even notice. That's how easy they are, you know. If you're quick and quiet, you know what I mean, you can get away without her even noticing, you're laughing, so. There's another perfect one here as well. See the woman in the wheelchair? All you need to distract you is the woman at the front. You know what I mean? Not the woman in the wheelchair, because her purse is in the back. So if my mate was with me, make sure she don't face back this way. I'd take it and be gone. She wouldn't know until we were gone home. If you do have a good hit as well, like, you know what I mean, 700-800 quid, you're laughing and you get it all. You know what I mean? It does give you the proper buzzing at the time, so yeah, it's fantastic, so. It's the best time ever, man. You know, it just depends how it is.
Rob's thieving pays for his drug addiction, so he stalks the streets every day. But British pickpockets like Rob have competition, and it comes from an influx of Eastern European criminals, with thefts on UK streets often paying for luxury homes in Romania. This trio work the pubs and clubs of Liverpool, targeting people who are out having too much of a good time. And John is the leader.
For example, yourself, you drink too much. You forget everything. You don't feel nothing. Can you take it your wallet? Can you take it your phone? I don't know what you have inside in the pocket. Very easy. Very, very easy.
As they prowl the streets, John's in charge. He IDs the victims, then sends the others in to do the thieving.
Cipriano, I feel something here. You go in the inside. What time you take it? It's coming outside and you give to me. And you going in the other place, in the corner, in one woman, old woman. Be careful, yeah? What time you take it, you give to me quickly, and I'm going, yeah? Hi.
And while John talks tactics, in the background, the others emerge with the phone they've just nicked.
I don't do it. No have nothing. I'm looking for different person. And now it's coming something. Okay? Can I go now, please? He's ready.
So more UK victims and more cash on the way back to Romania. The lives of modern-day pickpockets are far removed from the days of crime that this old-school dipper enjoyed.
I just want to be a mark straight away.
Patrick Whelan has worked the Manchester crowds for decades.
This guy here would have been a target. Straight over like that, in.
Back in them days, 30 years ago, we were like artful dodgers. We knew no better, we didn't see it as a crime, really. Never hit the lower class, always strike the rich. We were poor, so we took, simple as that. We lived off the land, and that's the way it went. I don't regret it, I had a great time.
But Patrick, now just an occasional dipper, says the influx of foreign pickpockets means today there's no honour among thieves.
Today, I see on TV Romanians and Bulgarians and Algerians robbing children, stealing phones. That's against my belief. What I see them doing now, I feel ashamed. I've been a pickpocket because we're classed as the League of Gentlemen, and we never hit the working class.
But the skills Patrick used to make a fortune and then blow it on the high life, they are still going strong.
I'd say I was one of the best pickpockets in the country, especially at that time. Just for an example, for a spur-of-the-moment example, if I was in America now, the Olympics were on this very day, and I seen a rich Japanese or American going in, he just bought a ticket, he tucked his money back in his front, I'd be straight over, even on my own, cardigan over, it'd be over that hand, he's in his left now, I'd go straight in, and in the blink of an eye, that'd be stuck. He wouldn't feel it and he'd be gone, and I'd be gone. No one would be seen and no one would be heard, and that's how it'd be worked. And then I'd be counting probably £2,000 or £3,000. I know for fact of my career as a pickpocket, I must have netted about £3 million.
No, well, a fucking meal's a meal and 20 quid's 20 quid, isn't it?
Colin Blaney is another expert ex-pickpocket, and he's Patrick's mate. And the techniques they used then are still in use now.
So we've got a member of the Joe public here who's a willing partner, yeah? How this one's going to work? Well, Patrick here, he's going to take the zap. Tommy's going to do the block and I'll get the receive. So basically, somebody who might be on the underground, the metro, or on a bus, or in a tight area, you will come into that person and your elbows or your shoulders will just sort of block that person in whilst the pickpocket can go to work. Grafting is an art form, I know, because when we used to travel, we used to practice on the trains with each other. Tommy's going to walk into the mark, tap him on the shoulder, bump into him, which will be a bit of a stall, Millwall we call it. He'll expose the inside pocket. Patrick here will take the zap and he'll pass it back to me. Yeah, go on. So he taps. No.
It has been a while, so they are a bit rusty. But a bit of practice and they're right back in the swing.
You just be a little bit behind it because you're both coming up at the same time.
In a crowd, you wouldn't even notice.
It's all right. You've got to keep practicing. And by the time you get into your mid-20s, your confidence is there. Once your confidence and you're quite a good grafter come together, then you start getting big results. And we got some amazing results, big results all over the world.
And big results are exactly what the army of pickpockets working UK streets today have in their sights. A pickpocketing crime wave is sweeping Britain. While all other offences are falling, thieving stuff like bags, phones and wallets is actually on the increase. And Rob Nightingale, a man who's been at it for 4 years, says it's the victims who are to blame.
It's a quick thing, innit, so it's an opportunist moment, so if they didn't leave it lying around, I couldn't take it, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't class myself as a thief, but I'd always class myself as opportunist, basically, you know. I prefer that word as well, it don't sound as bad.
And after all the thieving, Rob comes home to his bedsit near Coventry. It's tidy because while he may ignore the law, he won't ignore his mum.
Last time I had a friend man who turned around and says, oh, you're more like a woman than a bloke, because women like to keep their house tidy, and blokes don't, but yeah, I like to keep it tidy, so, you know. But that's where my mum brought me up, I suppose that's why I keep it like that, so it's all good like that. About 10 months I've lived in this place. I'm hoping to get a bigger place because it's small. That's where I sleep on my settee, bed settee thing. The council pay housing benefit. They pay all my rent. I think it's something like £63 a week or something, so they pay it all. Hey, brother. Just under 2, the doggies, man. I had him from 4-month-old, so he's well behaved and that as well, so he's all good. Into mate, into you. I love him to bits. Won't get rid of him or nothing like that. I've had him too long, so you know, it's fine. I'm involved in drugs and that, so basically I have to earn money every day. I have felt guilty a couple of times, because sometimes the old lady might have just cashed the pension or whatever, but as soon as you have your drugs, that's it, it's gone.
Rob's separated from his wife and 2 kids. He steals more than 100 grand's worth of stuff a year, but it all goes on drugs. Now he's waiting for his partner in crime, because it's time for the next job. But in London, there's a completely different pickpocketing landscape. This is a European hotspot, attracting foreign gang members like these. They're tempted by cash-rich tourists. And these guys come from Romania, the country at the top of the pickpocketing league.
I like London because it's beautiful, but also there is a lot of money to be made here.
These 3 are from a small gypsy village. Harry's 36 and divorced. He's been here 2 years. Gheorghe is 22, his friend Sorin 23. They've only just arrived. They work in a gang of 6.
In Romania, it's different. People are poorer, not like here in London. These people have lots of money. You can pickpocket these people so easily on the tube or when they return drunk from the pubs. It's so fucking easy to pickpocket them.
Last year, in London, a third of all the pickpockets arrested were Romanian.
In London, it's good because there are many tourists. And we can operate better. The tourists carry money on them, and we can knock them down, so to say. We can pickpocket them.
This is the right time to take advantage, due to the fact that there are many people here. We sneak in the crowd and we take their wallets, their phones, whatever they have on them. We don't spare them. There are situations when you can steal around 200-300, and there are situations when you can steal around 2,000, 3,000 and 5-6 phones. It depends on what area we are in, how busy it is, how many tourists there are. It depends on the weather too, because if it's lousy, there are no tourists, you see?
There are hundreds of big Eastern European gangs working continental capitals like Paris and London. But these crims say nobody tells them what to do.
We work just for ourselves. There are others who send their people here to steal, but we don't have orders from anyone. We work for ourselves. There are other gangs in France, Belgium, so the pimp is in Romania and the others are sent to steal. This is how it works.
But despite the huge amounts they can steal, Eastern European criminals like these don't live in 5-star hotels, because most of the money these men take is sent back to Romania.
I want to build myself a house in Romania, so I send some money back home. So I send the money to my family. They bought some land and want to build a house, and this is what I use the money for.
Europol has now highlighted how cheap travel has made it even easier for foreign criminals to hit Britain and make quick money. But the pickpockets aren't getting everything their own way. The cops are on their case. Darren Bond and Steve Stamp are part of Operation Orb, an initiative to crack down on a crime that's blighting the capital.
The type of crime we're dealing with, we call dipping, when the person puts their hand into somebody's handbag and takes something. Pickpocketing, where a hand goes into the pocket, or a bag is taken. All those type of crimes, statistically, are put together as theft person. Theft person, over recent years, has been bucking the trend nationally for crime figures, and has been going up and up and up. And within London, Oxford Street, Bond Street, and Regent Street are really their gold mine. where they're most likely to get the high-value thefts.
London's the epicentre of UK pickpocketing, with nearly half of all UK theft crimes and almost all the national increase in pickpocketing. So the Met Police has its work cut out.
A lot of our work, it is groundwork. It's all right with intelligence and things like that, but you have to be out on the street. And we're hunting, really. As you can start seeing, everyone having a few drinks, relaxing, leaving bags down on the ground and things like that. It's a perfect place for bag thieves and pickpockets.
We're looking mainly for people that are looking to pickpocket at junctions or anywhere where there's a crowd, where it's natural for somebody to get close up into somebody's personal space. Quite often on the street like this, we'll notice somebody just because they're hurrying along unnaturally. They'll be making their way through the crowd very quickly. It'll catch our eye. It's atypical behaviour. They'll be looking down at bags or towards back pockets, and that's what often gives them away. It's more rewarding when we get the ones that do play cat and mouse. Some of the tricks they'll do is going into the larger department stores which have escalators. They'll go down an escalator and immediately come back up and watch who's followed them down. They'll go down an alleyway, go around the corner, wait a couple seconds, come back up again. If you make eye contact with them, that's it. You're blown out.
Career pickpockets Rob Nightingale and Ross are always trying to dodge the cops. They became friends at school. Now they're partners in crime.
Me and him, like brothers, man. Like I say, we know what each of us are doing, we stick together. You got to be able to trust the person you're going out with. Yeah. That way, you know.
100%. Just like there ain't no point, man. You know.
Got to watch each of us backs, like.
Yeah, and it's always easy with the two.
These guys will take whatever they can steal, but today they've got buyers lined up, so they'll get instant cash if they nick the right things.
Oh, I've seen one of my buyers today. She wants an iPhone 4 if I can get one. Yeah, she's paid good money for it as well.
Yeah, the Indian bloke down the shop, he wants a Samsung Galaxy.
So they're definitely going straight away then?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
So, are we ready to go do what you need to do, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. Safe.
Awesome.
Cool.
I know, yeah, and it just me.
Dedicated pickpockets can certainly gain riches beyond the dreams of most honest people. Colin Blaney stole a small fortune. For decades, he was part of a large gang of pickpockets who toured Europe, using their British skills to commit crime wherever they went.
First organised graft that I done with a few colleagues of mine was over here in North France, picking pockets at the train stations and on the public transport. Biggest prize in Europe was the land of the Wedge, Switzerland. And what's around it as well on the lakes, because of the tourists going into Switzerland, the big hotels and the motorway cafes, that's where they'd be staying overnight. And they could become targets there before they even got in Switzerland, because they'd be carrying a lot of money for the holidays. If you only went 3-4 times a year, that was sufficient, that was enough. I just wanted to live as a king. I just wanted to live as a free spirit. Come weekends, we would book in the best hotels, similar to here, rooftop apartments, you know, with parties, invite people, and that's when doors opened and we started to mix with the society people. We'd be invited into Bavaria and down to other places, into castles. Without a doubt, they were the best days of my life.
But Colin blew it all. Just like Patrick, who was also part of the same gang working across Europe. But Patrick wasn't just rich, he was famous.
Well, back in them days, I was like the #1 master dipper. I was renowned for it, and I got fed up with it in the end. Police following everywhere, 6 police at a time. Girls always mithering me, and I didn't want to know them. I was busy working. You know, it was like being a pop star. I was like a Justin Bieber.
And along the way, he had some incredible dips.
One day, there was 2 big gentlemen in Burberry Macs. They looked elite millionaires. Within a fraction of a second, the wallet was so slim you wouldn't believe it. There was 14 notes in it, and each note was a $1,000 note. That was $14,000. We were all doing handstands all the way to the travel agent. So all the money we earned off the grafting, and we just lived the high life with it. It wasn't invested into anything, it wasn't put in any business, it was just between us all to enjoy life in general, because times were hard then. We were like millionaires then, the way we dressed, drinking champagne 25, 30 years ago. We were the stars of the day.
Now, the days of British pickpockets ruling the continent are gone. Today, Eastern Europeans are the kings of crime, and many are working the streets of the UK. The Liverpool gang who targeted drunks in pubs and clubs came here for legit cash.
Vinul ăsta este de la mine de acasă. You drink too much, my friend.
John and his mates knew that what you can earn in a month in Romania, you can make in the UK in just 2 days.
In Romania, you need to work too much and not have nothing. What time you live here in this country, have normal life because the salary in a more better.
John's 38. He's been in Liverpool with his wife and young son for 2 years. George is his younger brother. Cipriano, the friend. All three get just 100 quid a week washing cars, but they want more cash, a better lifestyle, so they pick pockets.
Sometimes you need to do something wrong. No, it's nice, but sometimes you need to do it something illegal.
And that something illegal can mean stacks of cash.
200, 300?
Maybe more, maybe 700-800 pounds. Maybe in a week, maybe coming more than 1,000. The best record is 3,150 pounds. 3,150 pounds in 1 day. But not all the time. Same in lotto, you know? Same in lotto. This is a pig fat.
It's not just food from Romania that these guys love. So it's no surprise that the money they make here from crime is sent back home.
My family don't have money, don't have nothing. Every week I send money for Romania.
John's just bought a pad near Bucharest. He'll move back with his family when he's made enough out of the UK.
I have one nice house, one apartment, very big, in level 3.
And now he's kitting it out with cash from pickpocketing.
My family is very happy, my wife is very, very happy. But need to do something extra, can I put something inside?
And a flat screen TV is at the top of his shopping list.
Could have been better yesterday, but we're a bit slow, weren't it?
Dedicated dipper Rob Nightingale and his partner in crime Ross are on the hunt for their next victim. And they've spotted a woman who might have left valuables in a car she's forgotten to lock.
Yeah, and she didn't have no phone in her hand, she didn't have no purse in her hand, and them kids blocked me.
Yeah, it's got to be in there, yeah.
It's a typical plan for a typical crime. And out of sight, somewhere in Nuneaton, it's not long before valuables have been snatched. Rob was nearly caught, but he has no idea if Ross escaped.
I got chased like just a minute ago, like by an Abigail hero, like left Ross on the side.
Serial pickpocket Rob Nightingale has just reached home after his latest crime. He only narrowly escaped capture.
I got chased like just a minute ago, like by an Abigail hero, like we've gone up there, like we've seen like basically them chuck them in, like basically into a boot, like they had a person that we were like, but we'd seen a handbag on the passenger seat, so we grabbed it, like I've left Ross on the side. I jumped on a bike and fucked off, so I was like, so like, he knows where to meet me, so I'm just hoping he didn't think he coming after me, so. Nintendo DS, yeah. So it's brand new as well by the looks of it, so. 150 quid all day long, so basically like the woman literally just got into the petrol station. I think that's where she went anyway. That's what it looked like, you know what I mean? Like she left it on the passenger seat. So obviously we grabbed it and like took it, and there's a bloke come out of the petrol station, he shouted. So I've took off on Ross's bike, I have. I've left him up there while I've come back, like, 'cause I said to him, fuck that, I wasn't taking the risk of getting caught, like.
Rob's totting up what it's all worth, but he still has no idea if his partner in crime, Ross, has been caught.
Did he chase me?
No, fucking he did till he got through the forecourt, but then he's fucked off back in his car.
Oh, shit it, mate.
The woman who's fucking car with, fucking, bet they weren't a person there, were they?
No, that's it.
No, she's come out with a purse.
That is it, mate. But between that and the phone, it's 300 quid, man.
Fucking sweet.
That's what I mean.
My battery's one of these.
It's shaking off.
Fucking, innit? That's what I say. Good job the bike's there, innit?
Yeah,
fucking, things like that. So, I only feel sorry for the old people, really. If I can, I go about getting older people's, younger people's. Obviously, it's no problem. Like they can basically put it on the shoulders, no problem. But old people, I don't think it's right, really. Got a bit of morals somewhere, like, but obviously with this game, you can't have too many morals. Like.
You're right, mate. I've got a Nintendo DS, yeah, brand new boxed, bit of silver jewellery, a watch, a fossil watch, yeah, and a Samsung touch phone, man. 300 quid for all of it if you're interested, mate. Yeah? Okay, that's cool.
So the profits of crime are sorted. Now they've got to get rid of the evidence. And evidence of pickpocketing is something the Met Police are always after. So Darren Bond is back on the streets with Tim Malden by his side.
Right, what's he wearing again?
And it's not long before they've got a target, a man who's been caught pickpocketing before.
What we got, mate? I see three with a brown cap on his head. They'll be coming out onto Regent Street, reaching H&M.
I'm opposite the Argyle Arms. I've got him in my peripheral on the corner there. So you're by the currency exchange, yeah?
It's a game of cat and mouse.
So we're still watching Mail from earlier. He's done some jobs in pickpockets or bag thefts, sorry, in cafes. I personally haven't dealt with it, but some of the other team have. He just doesn't fit the environment. He's not actually doing anything. We'll keep on him for a bit, see what he does.
But while they wait and watch, other team members elsewhere are in hot pursuit.
2 live jobs on the go. We've got PC Bond, who's actually following somebody now going in and out of cafes. And we've also got another informant who's watching the mail trying to pickpocket somebody.
Yeah, he's following a Romanian who has approached an Arab female with a pushchair.
2 Romanian females just walked past us looking in the bags. We're going to go with these 2. Male has gone downstairs. He stood up near the front here, having a look at the tables where the ladies were sat, looking for mobile phones.
I think he's definitely a job, definitely on it. He's attempted to reach into a female's bag.
Finally, the cops decide to strike.
Excuse me, mate. Police, I'll show you my warrant card. You're going to be searched under Section 1 of PACE. You're detained for the purpose of that search.
Go get him. Let's get him. Grab him.
Hi, sir. PC Bond from West End Central Police Station. I'm very suspicious that you were looking for opportunity to steal in there.
The suspects are held. The police know what they were planning to do, but they need evidence. And both of these guys are clean.
Be careful your stuff over there. There's thieves around.
Mobile phones are nicked in 70% of pickpocket-type crimes because they can be sold on quickly and for big sums of cash. That's why they're a speciality for London pickpocket Sarge.
Say if you snatch a purse or snatch a wallet or pickpocket a wallet, you're more likely to find credit cards, which you can't do anything because obviously a credit card needs PIN number. Where you know when you get a phone, it's guaranteed money. And every day something new phones are coming out. Everybody likes different phones, you know?
Monty is Sarge's pickpocketing partner. Their MO is to dress up smart and target drunks.
If you don't have a shower, don't have a shave yet, you can't stand next to someone else. If you look like druggies or like a thief, you know what I mean?
So Monty's ready for a night on the town.
You alright?
Yeah, how you been? Oh, fuck, man, I've been waiting for you too long. Come on, let's go, innit?
Tonight, they're targeting a huge shopping centre.
So listen, what we do, yeah? Let's go down there, Westfield first, see what's happening there.
Just to come quick, man.
And it's not long before Sarge and Monty have had some success.
Yeah, listen, no, it's alright, basically.
Well, if the camera,
Yeah.
I'll fuck it, didn't it, man?
Basically, we see a drunk person, and he wasn't quite with it, so he was like walking, and like, so we knew from the way that how he was acting from his walking, he wasn't right there. So as I went approached him, I said, "What's the time, mate?" And he was like tumbling a bit, and I said, "Is there any bars or whatever open?" At this time, my friend Monty has gone behind him, and he's kind of pinched it out of his back, and as he turned around, like Monty was just like there, so I'm trying to distract him, making him look at me. As I knew Monty's walking away straight, like going fast, I knew he's got something, and then I went, "All right, mate, all right," and then we just went off, basically.
These guys are addicted to heroin. It's the only reason they targeted the drunk.
This ain't even HTC, you know that he's taking a bit advantage of somebody who's not quite there, you know? It's a shame, really, because he's probably got all his contact numbers in there. He's probably got his phone, like all photos of his kids or grandchildren or whatever, which is a shame, but we don't really care about that. I mean, I know what I would go through if somebody took my phone. He must be going through the same, but really and truly, we don't care because we need the drugs right now. I mean, we wouldn't have to do this if it was off the drugs, but it's just drugs is just making us low.
Let's go, man. We can't stand here, innit? We'll run, man.
In Britain, it's estimated that up to half of all theft crimes are committed to fun drug habits.
So if I get caught, I get fucked, mate, because obviously I'll have to keep me.
Rob and Ross are both driven by heroin addiction. But before they score again, they need to get rid of the evidence of their latest crime.
There's a little bit of a bush here now, and there's loads of bricks down there. Yeah, there's loads down here. Can I get one? Used to be a brick site down here.
I don't even think there is any left, you know.
I know, that's what I was thinking. There's a slab here.
I think we might have used them all, mate.
Yeah, I've got a couple here.
Yeah, I've got a few over here as well, like, not many, like, but there's a few.
Basically the handbag and everything, and fill it up with a few boulders, tie it, and then sink it down. This will do it, this will sink a bus.
You got them here, yeah? Oh, Ross, no, come here a minute. Son, you just stand to the side, man, because I'll watch you, so. Come as much as you can, yeah?
And I'll keep sinking, that'll never come back again.
That's it, that's the only comebacks to us, man. That's all good now, that's what I mean, now that's gone, that's it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, there's nothing that can tie me back to that at all now.
Yeah, it's still sinking, it's good, isn't it?
That's sinking right into the mud now, that is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
But a recent snatch didn't go to plan. Rob was caught in the act, and soon he'll face justice. With his record, he'll probably be sent to jail.
That way, it's all done, isn't it?
Pickpocketing's been around ever since people have had stuff worth stealing. But there is a high-tech 21st century development. And yet again, it's Romanians, together with Bulgarians, who are profiting by stealing your cash from an ATM without it even reaching your pocket.
There'll be a false mouth on, made to look exactly like a piece of the machine, which to the untrained eye is extremely hard to spot. Or catch the card as you push it in, what we call a Lebanese loop. The machine will pull it in, but it won't take it far enough to read it. They'll be normally either hovering behind you, looking like they're on their telephone, and they'll be reading your PIN number as you put it in and pressing it into the phone. Or they'll have a pinhole camera, and the hole for the camera will literally be a pinprick. You can see on this machine that at some point they've put on a false keyboard, and it'll be made to look like it belongs perfectly on this machine. There'll be a scanner there, normally in a length of metal, and that'll catch your PIN. So they've got all the details off the card. The machine will work fine, you'll get your cash out, but they've got the numbers that you've pressed in. Then they take that off, away they go, clone your card. It can be thousands of pounds to have something made that's going to look exactly the same as the machine. So these guys will fight police for them. because they know they're going to be in trouble with their crime bosses if they lose that equipment.
So these cops always go equipped for action.
Yep. Under all this, we're carrying our full kit. It'll be ASP if we're unfortunate enough to come across a violent prisoner, and our CS, incapacitant.
And sometimes the kit's needed.
So we jumped them just as they came away from the machine with the devices removed, scanning device. One gave himself up, didn't argue. The second male, who had the main piece of fascia that went on the machine, he ran. As he was running, he was throwing coffee tables from cafes. Then he stood to come at us, and he had a small screwdriver in his hand that he'd used to remove the device. Let's just say he was a rather large male, muscular male. It took a little bit of a fight to get him down and detain him, and then secure him in handcuffs.
Thefts involving ATMs have trebled in the last year, and 90% involve criminal gangs from Romania.
Well, we find that most of this is, say, organised crime from certain nationalities, and it's going straight abroad to fund lifestyles in those countries. New housing developments wholly based on crime in this country to do with this type of theft.
But while the Eastern Europeans are going strong, it's time for Rob Nightingale to face the music.
I'm on the way to court now, to see what's going to happen, so, because I'm on a charge today, so basically for a snatch.
Rob got caught snatching a bag from a supermarket trolley.
There's been two other go heroes that chased us, and I bumped into another one, and this big, massive bloke just stood in my way, and my bollocks hit him, and I fell off in it. That bloke's literally just picked me up like that, one hand, just chucked me over to the woman, like so, We're waiting for the police. I weren't going nowhere, exactly. I weren't moving nowhere.
But despite a life of doing the crime, he really doesn't fancy doing the time.
I don't want to go back to jail, I don't like jail at all, I like my freedom more than anything, so I just couldn't handle it last time, I only done like, 4 months, and it felt like I'd done about 4 years.
But with Rob's track record, there's every chance he's going to be very disappointed. Serial dipper Rob Nightingale has been pickpocketing for 4 years. But despite being caught red-handed for yet another crime, he's walks free.
It went pretty well, because I thought I would go in jail, but they've actually told me to stay out of trouble, put me on a suspended sentence for 18 months, so I've got more chance of sorting myself out outside and being on that than what I have inside, because there's more stuff inside to get me messed up with, so I'm buzzing anyway, no jail for me, so, what I need to do now is get myself in rehab, and I'm laughing, so.
But his victims won't be laughing.
I blame them as much as I blame myself, It's me for having a drug habit, and it's them for being silly.
So a chance with rehab to turn his life around, but will Rob take it?
I've just come out of court, and we'll probably end up going out snatching or shoplifting or something to earn some money again, so. Just next time I'll be a bit more careful and make sure there ain't no big blokes around.
But while one small-time UK criminal considers changing his ways, in Europe there's clear evidence of profits from established pickpocketing networks. This is Liliana Cibano, an investigative journalist who studied crime links between Romania and Britain.
We're just entering Țintești, which is a small village around 20 kilometers away from Bucharest, the capital city.
She's tracked down a village of Romanian gypsies, where some properties have been funded by pickpocketing gangs working in the UK.
As we will enter the heart of the village, you'll get to see all these huge, luxurious houses that these Roma people built. The whole village is very controversial because many of the people living here have been involved in all sorts of crimes. But it's very hard to prove a link between, the houses built here and the crimes they committed abroad. One of the reasons they build these huge houses is because they want to show their power and their wealthiness. It's just a way for them to send the message to the outside world. Sometimes they have luxurious cars parked in front of the houses. It's very glamorous. They like that a lot.
There are 240 Romanian gangs making millions across Europe. Many have pickpocketing networks. Others will be involved in more extreme crime. So here, it's not safe to stop and film.
We are somewhere outside the village, and as you can see behind me, you get a sense of the scale of the houses and how massive they are compared to the rest of the community.
And the power of these criminal clans means even in a neighbouring village, people are too scared to speak out.
I spoke to a few people, a few locals, and, well, most of them said that, well, we are aware of the houses and the rich Roma people living there. They said that, you know, they might have committed all sorts of crimes in the past in Romania or abroad in order to gain that money. They see those huge houses and those luxurious cars, and they're just afraid. They're just afraid to do anything and to say something on camera because they are aware of their power.
And there's yet more proof of how Eastern Europe is dominating 21st century pickpocketing. Romanian techie Valentin Băuantă was jailed for 5 years for inventing card skimming devices that were used on British ATMs.
I was arrested for building this kind of structures or kind of devices which are copying the data from the cards. I manufacture this kind of devices and I sell them. There are hundreds of men like me which are doing this kind of stuff, which are fabricate this. So the people who use this kind of devices are thousands. It's big. It's an industry.
European banks lose £500 million a year from card skimming devices. But as banks pay back money stolen from cards, this guy thinks it's a victimless crime.
If you want a romantic point of view, so let's say about Robin Hood, you say it's your hero. So the money is not from you, it's not your money. You get your money back.
But Valentin is poacher turned gamekeeper. Now he's used his ingenuity to create security to protect ATMs from exactly the sort of device that he once invented.
You need the wolf to catch wolf. You cannot catch wolf with sheep. You have to recruit criminals. So now I make a security system for ATMs. I believe it's the best security system available on the market now. So I'm quite proud of my work.
Rob Nightingale is also hoping to turn the corner. He was a daily dipper. Now he wants to take the chance offered him by the courts.
Right, I'm packing up, ready to go to rehab. I'm basically, that's it now. Trying to get my life sorted now, so packing my clothes up, bits and bobs, you know what I mean? So 3 months' time, hopefully I'll be back to normal, back clean, and with my head sound sorted, you know? Finally, after what, 5.5 years, man, of being constant of crap and drugs and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It'll be a whole new chapter where I can just start my life afresh, man, and start all over again. You know what I mean? Where I ain't got to basically work out where my money's coming from in the morning and go score and feel like crap, you know? I can actually get up and be like everybody else, just get dressed and go out and get a job and whatever, you know? So, yeah, a big difference, man.
Rob's off to residential rehab. It's in Manchester, so he'll leave all this and the drugs behind him. And he has high hopes for the future.
You know, there's that many positives for me now, it's unreal, where before there weren't no positives. You know what I mean? But now I can see that light at the end of the tunnel, so I'm buzzing.
So one criminal has decided to go straight. But stopping Britain's pickpocketing crime wave, that won't be nearly so easy.
Well, losing pounds of a different kind, our supersized season continues with I lost weight but lost my husband. Don't miss that Wednesday at 9. Back to tonight, and those storms are striking everywhere, even under the dome. Stay right where you are for the new season, on the way next.